Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Open Sports Mike. We got Ken the Bear fan, we got Adam McNally, and then, wait, I'm not in a best ball draft for once. I'm actually not drafting. I'm not on the clock, but I am
No,
here.
Dylan, we're on Open Sports Mic tonight. We're not doing it. We're not doing one of them tonight.
Get
Oh,
him.
really?
Anyway, Ken, how you doing, man? Long time no talk. Welcome to the channel. How you feeling? How you like it?
So no, it's been a good week, man. Week can change now. So yeah, I've just been busy this week, man. It's been really busy with preseason football. Um, I had a server merge on my video game. Yeah, I know. I had real world stuff going on.
Wait, you
It's
had
just
what on
been
your video games?
a server merge. It's called migration. So that happened this weekend. So that was a lot of moving pieces. I played last the World Shooter, my little game I play. Then we had preseason games. We had overreaction Monday. We had stuff going on here with the youngest kid moving to the college dorms, the oldest boy moving into his new Air Force dorm. Yeah, lots of moving pieces here. So you
I
don't
like
sit
it.
on the side of your head, Dylan. It's in front of
So I was looking for a new
you. Or a
show
little
for for my name on Monday because we're gonna do football on Mondays as well. Now that baseball's coming to a wrap, and I typed it in on AI, and I don't know if it's because it was on my phone or not, but I thought it was really neat that all the shows that I have on the channel popped up under the AI search.
Really?
Yeah, so I was like, well, maybe we're getting somewhere.
Well, I mean, because you've got some really good ones on.
All of them came up too. I was kind of in shock. I was like, well, this is awesome.
I mean, because this one here, let me tell you, there we go. I mean, that one is just a jam.
Is that the one we should all watch? Ken and Joe in the morning.
Yeah, Ken and Joe in the morning. I ran solo yesterday. Joe was on
Uh-oh.
vacation. Yeah, but dude, when we have a core group that comments and they comment hard, and I think I had 130 or 140 comments yesterday. So it's more like a discussion with the comments, which works out great. Um, on those days you
It,
have solo. So
it
yeah.
definitely helps. It definitely helps with comments.
Hey,
Oh, and they were going at it, man. We have this guy Motown Mitch. You guys have seen him on here before. Uh, he is just an out there. I had the out there guys for Detroit and Green Bay, and they were going at it hard in the comments. And we had a blast. So yeah, it's just
well,
been a busy week and change, but we're settling in nice. Um, yeah, just been busy.
Ken, let me tell you this: when the Jackson Bears play, I will make an appearance, and maybe we might do something together that Wednesday.
You mean when the Jags are coming to Chicago to lose? Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, come on. Keith Traylor's not going 70 yards on an interception again.
I don't know if Jacksonville has the defense that's going to stop Caleb Williams in that high-powered offense in Chicago.
Wait a minute, defense. The last defense I saw, the last Bears defense I saw stop anyone was the California Golden Bears against USC 2003.
Yeah, obviously you weren't paying attention then to 2006 when Brian Urlacher and that defense basically willed them to a Super Bowl.
Well,
But
then what?
that's neither
Wait,
here nor there.
wait. I was at the Steeler game the year before that, Ken, when Jerome Bettis ran that dude over Urlacher. Right in the snow. I was standing right in the end zone when it happened. It was badass, dude.
I
Let me
mean,
tell you
Dude,
something. That
is there
was a moment.
anyone that the bus couldn't run over?
Yeah, but
let
running
me.
over Urlacher, that was a special moment.
I mean, he
Um,
ran over Lewis. He ran over everyone.
Yeah, but that
um,
was, that was the start. That was the bolt that started the whole lift to go to the Super Bowl.
because
We
Jerome
needed to
Bettis,
we
because
needed to win that game, Ken. We needed to keep rolling. I mean, we were the first 60 to win the World or oh my God, Super Bowl that year. We were the first team ever to do it as a 6 seed.
Yeah.
3 road games, and then I don't know. It felt like a home game in Detroit because it was pretty much all Pittsburgh.
and Jerome Bettis was home.
Yep.
So was Dick LeBeau.
Oh
But no,
yeah,
the Bears
before
defense
Ryan Gray.
is my question mark for the year. But you know what? They don't have to be great. If
What
they're somewhere
what what
between
What
They're ranked somewhere between 15 and 20. I think they'll be okay with that offense.
Who?
The Bears this year. So when we're playing Jacksonville, I'm not too concerned. In
All
fact,
you gotta do it. All you gotta do is shut down Goldilocks.
well, I mean, they're Jacksonville's quarterback with his propensity for bad throws might make the Bears defense look good.
Wait a minute. Do you know the heater Trevor finished the season on last year?
Were they in the playoffs?
Yes.
How far did they go?
As far as
Well, we actually faced Josh Allen. You all played half
Matt
of the
Stafford. Yeah.
No, you played half of a Green Bay Packer team.
So we
oh
played
my
a
God,
Green Bay
Shohei
Packers.
Ohtani is on a heater, guys. He
Uh-oh.
now has 3 home runs in the last 2 games.
Dude.
And by the way, didn't PCA hit another home run tonight?
I don't know. I loved it whenever they were all yelling overrated and he fucking hit a shot into the deep right field wall.
Yes, PCA, home run.
Yeah, is that their crosstown game today? White Sox again?
Yes.
Yes. Are we gonna get another good crowd eruption?
Yeah, you gotta love those games, Chicago, man. Because those are.
Did you see the fight?
Yes.
No, I didn't. I've been.
Oh,
busy
YouTube
today.
that right now, Kenan. YouTube that right now and watch it, dude. It's wild.
Oh, it's
It's
not.
wild.
Was that yesterday or today?
That was
Yesterday.
yesterday. There was a lot of haymakers thrown in that game. Holy.
I remember the AJ Przinsky
Michael
fight
Baird playing.
with Michael Barrett. Yeah, that was. You know what? Here's the thing: like when the White Sox were in the World Series in 2005, Cubs fans cheered for Houston. When the Cubs were in the World Series against Cleveland, White Sox fans cheered for Cleveland. The way it is. Just the way it is. All right, let me search for this. Let's see, Cubs. So I'll search for that here and watch it on mute.
How you doing, Tropical Blitz?
I've got a question. While we
Dylan,
mentioned,
is that one of your crew?
I have no idea. I have a question, guys. While we mentioned fights, what's the biggest Major League Baseball fight that you could remember?
Oh, there have been many. I mean, I've seen many bench clearing brawls. All right, so this was was this a brawl in the stand? Oh, it was a brawl in the stands. Okay.
Yes, that's what I said. It was a brawl in the stands, dude. It was awesome. That dude in the white beater T-shirt, he was going nuts.
White Sox fans aren't necessarily that smart. That's because they're White Sox fans. I mean, who comes to Wrigley and picks a fight? I mean, come on. Cubs fans are the most chill people ever. They sit there, drink their beer, and they're happy.
Them day games are a different breed, though, man.
Oh.
I've been there. I've worn my Pirate shit. I've worn my Pirate gear in the Wrigley Field. I wasn't scared.
Oh.
But here's what I did. I made sure I wore like a player that played on both teams. So that way, I was like, oh, okay. I had a Ramirez jersey, a Ramos Ramirez.
Aram. Yep.
So I mean, I tried to play the part, I wasn't gonna,
I mean, I went to a game in Boston and I wore Cubs stuff. And they're like, hey, they're very welcoming.
I wore Pirate stuff and almost got into a fight over Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, it's like Cubs and Bo Sox fans are very symbiotic. So
I was in Fenway Park, Ken. Almost got into a fight because of Ben Roethlisberger.
The Cubs and the Red Sox are kind of a symbiotic fan base. A lot of mutual respect for each other. Because you walk out of Fenway, there's 3 Chicago-style restaurants right outside of Fenway.
They have a bar in Fenway named after my last name.
Did you at least get a free beer?
No, I tried. It was cool though. I was excited.
I think I have one. I think I have a big fight for you. 1984 Padres Braves.
How old were you, Dylan?
I wasn't even born. born
Wasn't
August
even a
12th,
thought in my second
1984, and
guess.
there were multiple fights. Like,
I love the question will be the biggest fight you've ever seen, and you're pulling out one that you weren't even born for. I was around in '84. I mean, I've seen some big,
I was
you
like
know,
6 years old, not even. I was like
Yeah.
five
I
years old.
remember, what was it,
And
the Red Sox Yankees with Zimmer, right? And
oh,
Zimmer got
when
thrown down.
Pedro like threw Zimmer to the ground.
he
Yeah,
didn't
Pedro
throw him.
Martinez.
Jesus Christ. He fucking put his hand out and Zimmerman like rolled over.
No, he threw him down. But hey, I'm not saying it was a bad thing either. And I love like how a decade or two later they asked Pedro, "So did you throw at him?" He's like, "Goddamn right I did." I love it. Pedro was like, "They threw at my guy last night. I ain't letting that stuff slide. Hell no, I threw at him, and I threw at him again." I love Pedro Martinez is one of my favorite pitchers Boston ever had.
Absolutely, Jesus.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
He just, you're gonna throw at my guy. You know my stuff comes at you hard, and guess what?
Watching
That
Nolan
head of yours,
Ryan beat the shit out of Robin Ventura, that was a good one.
which one?
Robin Ventura, whenever Nolan Ryan beat the shit out of him.
Dude, Nolan. I mean, how stupid were you if you charged the mound with Nolan Ryan standing there?
Right. He's still throwing an 84-mile-an-hour fastball and he's like 90.
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna, and he's a country boy who just, oh, you want to fight? Yeah, thank you.
Like Randy Johnson never owned a gun, but he kept a bucket of baseballs beside his bed. If anyone broke in, he's like, they're not running from a 99 mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, and then after he destroyed a bird live on television,
and a camera guy in New York City.
yeah. No, I mean, I don't watch nearly as much baseball. If I catch it, I catch it. I try to catch some highlights now and then. But
Roger Clemens and Mike Piazza subway fight, that was a good one.
That wasn't really a fight. That was more.
It was still a stare down, all right? It was still a good stare down. I mean, if we're going to look at fights, the Reds and the Pirates, the year Yasiel Puig got traded.
John Rocker versus the fans in any town not Atlanta. Because he'd come out to be like, yeah, get louder, boo harder, please, and then he'd come and shut you down. Like, John Rocker was something else when he was playing.
He still is something else, man. He's still making headlines. You see, he was in the news the other day, Ken. I'm sure you saw it.
John Rocker, dude. Oh my God.
Good stuff.
Yeah, he was something else. Yeah, for me, baseball, I try to catch in when I can. I'll probably watch a little bit more in the playoffs if the Cubbies are in it, but I kind of keep up vicariously through my cousin who buys my sister's season tickets. So my sister's a Cubs season ticket holder, but she lives in LA. So my cousin buys most of her tickets off her. So, she's always posting from the game. So that's how I kind of keep up with it. My sister got to deliver the first ball. The game was a week and a half ago against the Yankees. She delivered the official game ball. That was pretty cool. She flew out there. She flies out to Chicago once, twice a year, catch a couple games of their season tickets. But yeah,
that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome to throw out first pitch, and then it would be horrible if you really botched it.
I can
like a 50-cent throw, or
I did a first pitch between the Marlins and the Tigers at spring training, and yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
I'll tell you this, I actually threw out a first ball at a Challenger baseball game, and that was probably the most nervous I've ever been. I threw from the mound, that was the most nervous I've ever been.
It's nerve-wracking. It really is. Yeah.
It's not as easy as you would think, you know what I mean?
Is Monangai or Swift going to play any preseason, Ken?
What? Who's going to play? Swift?
Monangai or Swift? Are they going to put them?
They're going to keep Monangai on the shelf to the regular season. Well, he wasn't going to play, but now with it's a sprained knee, I guess what they're calling it. He's out till probably week 1. Swift, you're not going to see any starters for Chicago. Yeah, I doubt if you do see him, you're going to see a series and out.
Maybe first 2 possessions.
Yeah, maybe. And actually, I don't think you're going to see Luther Burden out there. You're not going to see the running backs out there. You're not going to see. Um, there's a lot of guys you might not see at all.
What's with all the injuries in training camp / the preseason? Because seemingly everybody's going down. I mean, Jordan
Um,
Tyson.
a couple of things. One, I mean, JB is a big proponent of two-a-days. His theory is once the NFL got rid of two-a-days, these things became more prevalent. But then, and I think there might be. I think he's got some facts to back that up, and I think he's onto something there. But I think the other thing is too is these players don't rest their bodies at all. The season ends on a Sunday. On Tuesday, they're back in the weight room at the facility working out with trainers and that. And at best, maybe they take 7 days off to go to Puerto Vallarta to sit in a hot tub and orchestrate a trade to the Rams. I mean, these guys don't stop. And then you got the OTAs, and God forbid a guy missed an OTA, right, Adam? I mean, you get a guy missing an OTA. Oh my God, so and so didn't show up to an OTA. They don't
Who
rest their bodies,
cares?
and we wonder why they have these soft tissue injuries that never go away. Maybe they should take a month or two off, like the old school guys did. But I'm not
That,
surprised. I mean,
that ain't gonna happen.
no, it's not. But I mean, week one, like the first week of training camp, yeah, they're falling everywhere. Am I surprised? I mean, it's slowed down a little bit now because now they're kind of in shape for it. But I think the way they do OTAs and the off-season workout programs, I think kind of is lending itself to these injuries more than preventing them. But yeah, but we got Ozzie Trapillo back this week, so didn't expect him to come back this early, but he's healthy, they say. So they brought him off the pup, and he's at practice. We're not going to see him play at all either. Come on, man! It's overhype week, man. We all just watched. You guys won by a blowout against Green Bay. You're going to the Super Bowl, and you're going to be undefeated now
What?
because you won an undefeated game. You destroyed Green Bay in week one. Come on, you got to get overhyped. The Bears, we had 34 unanswered points. No one's touching our
I am
offense all year.
I am not getting overhyped for a freaking football game. The only thing, I'm glad we saw no stupid screen passes.
Right.
They actually threw the ball over the middle. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to get excited. All our fucking cornerbacks are hurt right now. It's not good. It's not pretty.
I know. We've been just trying to be overhyped just because a lot of you see the fans who like the guys. There's a certain podcaster who comments on the morning show a lot who said that he now guarantees that the Cowboys will win the NFC Championship because they signed a certain older Von Miller to a contract. So now they're locked in.
He's wearing number 40. He's wearing number 40. His high school and college number. He's going back.
So I mean, you got to overhype. So we've been making a running joke of it on the morning show. So yeah, look at the Bears with 34 unanswered points. We're going to be the most high scoring offense in NFL history this year. We're going to go undefeated, win the Super Bowl, and then you know what? We're going to win every game next year too. You just got to fly. It's just fun to play into the hype train. I mean, I know I'm not hyped like that. I'm like you, Adam. Like it's preseason, the starters aren't playing. It's nice to see with the second, third, and fourth string guys some fundamentals.
Last time I got hyped, Ken. I watched our quarterback have a 159, the highest rating in preseason, and then he shits the bed pretty much as soon as he gets the starting nod. So I'm not excited about watching Drew Aller. I mean, it's good to see him do some shit, but it was against us three out there.
I think for Fernando Mendoza, watching that game and listening to Rich Gannon, who I love and I hate. Loved him as a player, but I hate him as a commentator. Okay. Sometimes I think he's the biggest dumbass in football. Sometimes I think he's the most brilliant guy in football. But the one thing I did like that he said with the Mandalorian was, hey, now we've got something on tape in an NFL uniform that we can look at and improve upon. Right?
I mean,
so I'm like, that's spot on. Because with all these guys, now you've got stuff on tape and looking at fundamentals and how well they tackle or if they miss a tackle or misread a call on a vanilla run offense, because all these offenses are vanilla and all these defenses are vanilla. This is all about fundamentals. Now you've got some tape on these guys' fundamentals and what they do well and what they're not doing well. So from that aspect, I like it. But can you look at, say, the Bears game or the Pittsburgh game, and how did Jacksonville do? I don't remember how
I
Jacksonville
mean,
did.
the Jacks played backups against the Saints, so we didn't really learn anything.
Well, everyone, no, you did learn something. You learned about these play because no one played starter. I mean, a couple teams played him a little bit, like the Bills played Josh Allen. We had a nice pass to DJ Moore.
Panthers.
Cool. But I mean, a couple teams played some starters for like maybe a series or so. But the takeaway of preseason is the second, third, fourth, fifth string guys. What do their fundamentals look like? How athletic are they? What's the speed look like on the team? Those are the takeaways. So what I took away from the Bears is defensively, they are a much faster team than they were last year. Defensively, much faster. The fundamentals seem to be better on their tackling. Offensively, we got some some good backups. We're gonna make some hard choices at running back. Some guys who ran the ball pretty good. Some receivers that caught the ball pretty well and ran nice routes.
Listen, I just
the
need
offensive-
Monangai on your team. That's it, Ken. That's all I need.
Well,
That's all I need.
I know, but I need a backup to Monangai. Roshan Johnson looks good finally.
He
Running
always
wise,
looks good, Ken. He always
But they
gets
never-
that. He's always that swept under the rug guy.
I know, but I think he'll be the third running back. Well, him or he might have some competition, but with Monangai being hurt, I'm paying attention to the backups, see how they run, see how they block. So these are the takeaways that the fans don't look at for the most part, right? But the people who dissect teams look at.
Monangai's not out that long, is he?
They haven't been specific, but a couple of weeks is what they're saying. So the theory is he's back by week 1. So I mean, he's the bowling ball that we need, right? He's thunder. Swift is light. So if he can't go, then Roshan needs to go. So
What do you guys think of this trade? Well, hold on, real quick, guys. Looking up Monangai, and what do you guys think of this trade that just went through? So this one guy. Hold on, I don't know where it went. Hold on, where'd it go? So Bucky Irvings, Nico Collins, Odelp, and Chris Olave got traded for Saquon Barkley, Michael Pittman, Tony Pollard, and Drake London. It was a 4-for-4 swap. I'm in a league where there's no voting, there's no commissioner stopping it. If the one person accepts it and it's accepted by the other person, it goes through.
So did the one guy like bribe the other one with a bag of weed or something?
I have no idea.
I'll tell you this. This will sound strange as a Bears fan, I think whose offense is going to score a lot. You don't want Bears on your roster offensively because it's not going to be just Rome. I mean, the ball's going to get spread out. There are 2 Bears I would probably put on my fantasy roster. Caleb, right? And then I would probably go with Loveland. After that, as far as like starters, I mean, I'm not telling you don't draft Rome Odunze, don't draft Luther Burden or Swift, but I wouldn't count on those guys consistently to score and put up big points because all the weapons on that team means the ball should probably be distributed to a lot of different people. Now, tight ends, I would go with Loveland because the tight end market in fantasy football is very, very weak, right? I mean, unless you have, I don't know who the tight end is right now, but it's like there's maybe the top 2 tight ends, and then the rest of the league it doesn't matter. So Colson Loveland would be a guy I would draft as a tight end because he's probably gonna get a lot of touchdowns comparatively to tight ends. Laporta maybe like another, right? Brock Bowers, yeah. But after like what's his name in Indianapolis because he's coming back.
TJ Warren, Tyler Warren.
Yeah. And after those 4, I'd kind of it's a little iffy. Kraft if he's healthy. But then like for running back though, like I wouldn't count on Swift or Monangai to put up a lot of points. I wouldn't receiving core. They're good receiving core, but I wouldn't count on a touchdown a game or something because there's going to be a lot of think of all the weapons Caleb has. Like the ball's going to get distributed to a lot of different people. I would still draft them and keep them in rotation, and then kind of have to track when you think they're going to be hot or not. But you're going to find a game where Roma Dunze might put up 3 touchdowns and 92 yards, and then next week he gets like
Nothing.
58 yards and nothing else. You know what I mean? Because Luther's getting it, or Colston, or someone else. I'm not doing a fantasy team this year. I'm taking the year off.
Well, one of us is in the fantasy league, and I've got the number 1 pick. So, Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs, guys? Who should I take?
Can't go wrong with either one.
No, but I'll take Jahmyr.
I'm leaning more Gibbs, but I'm up for debate.
I think I'd go Bijan, number 1 pick.
Jahmyr
That's
is
just me, and I'm not being a cut up.
With
I'm just
Pacheco
saying.
being,
With
Pacheco being
Pacheco
down
back
right
there,
now,
it's like
but with Pacheco being down right now, Gibbs is going to get a lot more work early. That's why you can't go wrong with either. They're both good picks. Jahmyr might get you more touchdowns over the season, though. Both got home run hitting ability. Yeah. I just can't wait for football. We got games this week already.
Yeah, a couple games on Thursday. I think the Chargers and Texans, right?
We've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and boys, we have football on Sunday this week.
Oh boy!
Because look at preseason is not just for the players; it's for us too to get our clocks right. So I thought Bears were at 1. I'm like, okay, Bears are at 1. I'll take my nap. I'll get up at 12:30, and I'll make my way to the TV. I get to the TV at like 12:45. I'm in the second quarter. Crap! I was looking at Eastern Standard Time, not Central. Mistake 1. Then for the rest of the day, I thought it was Sunday. I just watched football. No, it was Saturday. We need training to get our bodies back in sync for football too. Tell me you didn't do the same thing, Adam.
We played on a Thursday, so I knew it was a Thursday night game.
But on Saturday, did you watch games on Saturday?
No, I was working.
Okay.
I looked them on the phone. Like, I don't get into the preseason, Ken. I know
I
should, but I know I should, but I just don't.
No, I'm with you, dude. I'm not that big into the preseason too. I think people put way too much analysis into it. And every year we see the camp darling that you don't then see for the rest of the entire season, if at all. It's like I'm just happy that we get to watch football. I'm happy if the Bears win, right, in a preseason game. It means nothing, but I'm just happy to watch football.
All right.
But yeah, I don't put too much into it.
I'm gonna let this run across the banner. This is Kenny Pickett stats during the preseason.
That's hilarious.
And they're already comparing them to like Drew Howard's already being compared to like the greatness, and I just wanted to bring this up because we thought Kenny Pickett was the next big thing,
Yeah, I don't buy into the preseason hype, man. We've been burned too many times.
So I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm not excited. Like, I want to see what Will Howard can do. I really do. I still want to see it
next year.
Or
if the old man gets hurt.
I don't know if McCarthy really likes him because it wasn't his guy.
Yeah, but the reason Aaron came back is because McCarthy's there. So, I mean, how do you... I don't see McCarthy benching Aaron when Aaron resigned because McCarthy was going to be the coach.
But what if Aaron sucks?
a big what if.
Hello from China, Japan. I'm not sure. Does anyone make that one out either?
I mean, that's a big what if. I think that's Japan.
If what, he sucks?
Yeah, that's a big what if that he's gonna suck.
I'm just saying, like, when do you bench him? When do you say, okay,
don't.
enough's enough, old man?
You don't. He's Aaron freaking Rodgers. You don't. Unless he throws 4 interceptions in a quarter, you probably don't.
I mean, Drew Aller feels like a long-term piece. I mean, he was a potential top pick coming out of Penn State last year. Got hurt, and Penn State wet the bed. But I think Drew Aller feels like an interesting prospect. But we'll see what happens. By the way, I was just thinking, looking at the 8 divisions, and I want both of you guys' opinions.
Which division?
All 8 divisions. I don't care which division we saw. Let's just start with the AFC North. Which player or coach faces the most pressure to win this year? You can go
Cincinnati.
No, I mean which player or coach faces the most pressure?
I'm going Matt LaFleur in the NFC North.
Well, no, we were talking. I was going
AFC North.
AFC North. We're in the AFC North to start. So I'm going to go with Cincinnati. With what's his name, the head coach there. I mean, he's the only one to survive the calling last year. If they don't,
what is his name?
I'm brain farting it.
I can't think of it.
I know, but he's only one left from everyone else. Got fired last year, didn't they?
Is it Zach Taylor?
Yeah, Zach Taylor.
Yeah, you got to have Zach Taylor on the hot seat.
Yeah,
you got to have Joe Burrow on the hot seat too.
I mean, they're kind of like the favorite to win the division this year.
I've got one better than.
No, you don't.
I've got one better. How about Lamar Jackson? Because for the first time in his NFL career,
player, yeah, but coach-wise though, there is no better than Zach Taylor because he's the only one left.
I said player. I said player or coach.
For player, yeah, I think Lamar. You're right. I think Lamar, because of all the rumors of how he wants out of there, or they want to move on from him. I could agree with that. For the player, I think Lamar might be on the hot seat in Baltimore. I don't know if the fans agree with it, him being on the hot seat, but the analysts sure do.
Yeah. And the fact that he's got a new head coach for the first time, new play call, really young play call. I mean, Lamar, what have you done for me lately?
Because he's still a 2-time MVP. He's still got good numbers. If the team sucks, it's not necessarily all on him. His receiving core isn't exactly talked about as being one of the best receiving cores in the league. He's got Derrick Henry, which is good, but Derrick Henry last year was seen as a liability here and there when he had the fumbles for a couple weeks. I mean, I don't disagree that he's the guy most likely to be on some kind of hot seat, but I don't think it's from the fans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break into baseball real quick, but 4 teams from the AL East would be in the playoffs today if it ended right now.
Does anybody want to make the playoffs in the American League this year because everybody's so bad?
So what you're saying is they're like the NFC East, who wants to get
the Rays, the Yankees, Red Sox, and Blue Jays. The Yankees, Red Sox, and Blue Jays would all be in the wild card, and then the White Sox and the Astros would be in the playoffs.
And the White Sox would have a bye.
Yeah, the White Sox have a 4-game lead. No, they wouldn't.
They'd have a bye. Well, the Rays.
Only one team gets a bye. 2?
Yes, get a bye into the division series.
That's wild. Anyway, let's get back to. I just had a glance at that real quick, and I was like, "That's wild," because the Blue Jays are now in the playoff talk.
Okay, NFC North. Which player or coach faces the most pressure to win this year?
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur in the NFC for sure. NFC North. Matt LaFleur is definitely the the guy in the hot seat coach-wise in the North because Ben Johnson obviously isn't. Dan Campbell's got enough goodwill for making an NFC Championship game 2 years ago. He's probably got another year or two. KOC, he's not because he can point and say, well, you fired the GM because your GM got rid of the best quarterback I've had since, well, Kirk Cousins. And he went and won a Super Bowl elsewhere. That could have been us. But no, the GM got rid of him because he didn't want to spend some money. So he's got an out, right? So he has an out. So Matt LaFleur, who still won 9 games last year, is the guy. Because, and here's why, even more deep than that. In the last 4 years, guess how many times the Green Bay Packers have won the NFC North? 0. Guess how many playoff games they've won? 1. They beat the Dallas Cowboys, coached by their former coach, Mike McCarthy. So, oh yeah, Caleb has a winning record on them. Ben Johnson has a winning record on them. Everyone in the division has a winning record on them.
And for whatever reason, Green Bay has lost some strange games. I mean, they lost the playoff game to Tampa at home, lost the playoff game with Garoppolo with one home, lost a do-or-die Week 18 game against the Lions. Now, I mean, Green Bay fell apart physically last year, but they blew some big leads against your Bears.
So they didn't fall apart physically. When Micah Parsons left, that defense was still really good. I mean, I'm not trying to say they didn't miss Micah, but their defense was still stout. Their offense was still their offense. They just haven't been getting it done with the LaFleur Love era. Has not been the same. Look at Packer fans, when Love came on, that first year starting, oh my God, it's our 3rd quarterback in a row. He's going to win 3 Super Bowls, blah, 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 blah. And, I reminded him, when was the last time you had a 3rd quarterback in a row to a franchise who was really good? Oh, well, San Francisco. Okay. And what happened to that quarterback, the 3rd quarterback of 3? Did he win a Super Bowl with them? Well, no, but that wasn't Green Bay. Green Bay's different. Yeah, they're still not going to win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love. LaFleur's on the hot seat. He'll be the first LaFleur fired this year. And as a player in the NFC North, I think Love is on the hot seat because this contract, even though his numbers were good in the regular season, and look, I'm not discounting Minnesota's quarterback issue, but I don't count that as a hot seat because you came in knowing it was a good 1-year deal.
I honestly think KOC's on the hot seat this year. I mean, new GM, KOC's on the hot seat. I mean, Minnesota absolutely screwed up the quarterback. I mean,
that wasn't KOC's fault, though.
JJ McCarthy looks like a complete.
JJ McCarthy wasn't KOC's quarterback either. That was all Kwesi.
Okay.
No, Matt LaFleur is on the hot seat.
Yeah, KOC has an out.
There's no one else in that division as a coach.
And what's silly is they went to the playoffs. They've gone to the playoffs almost every year. And all these coaches in the NFC North won 9 games last year, even with their various issues. Like KOC with no quarterback still won 9 games last year. Dan Campbell, he could go 0-17 and probably wouldn't get fired this year because he's Dan freaking Campbell. Now look at they missed the playoffs this year. They missed the playoffs next year. You might start hearing it. And really, Jordan Love, if he can't deliver in Green Bay, you're going to start hearing about that, how they're going to want to move on from Jordan Love because he hasn't done much as a quarterback in Green Bay.
Okay. I got one for. Okay, now we've done both North.
Yep.
Let's start with my division, the AFC South. And
Trevor Lawrence is on the hot seat.
Well, I'll tell you who is on the hot seat this year. I'm not going to pick the low-hanging fruit and Shane Steichen. I'm going to pick C.J. Stroud. Number 2 overall pick, great as a rookie in 2023, but really regressed last year. I mean, Stroud's playoff.
Have 3 different head coaches after this year.
Stroud's 2 playoff performances were abysmal.
So, 1 head coach.
He got it. He went to the AFC Championship game, came into Pittsburgh and destroyed them.
You mean
but 1 head coach, Adam. It's OCs that have been changing there. Look, with Stroud, it's like they keep
This is
getting
his
rid of
third
the
coach,
offensive
ain't
line.
it?
No, it's the same head coach. D'Amico Ryan's been there the whole time with him. They were rookies together.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, but the problem is that they've been depleting that offensive line over and over and over again, and not rebuilding. They've built a great defense, but they've let that offensive line just disintegrate. So I understand where Dylan's coming from a player perspective. We've talked about how it's like they're trying to kill the guy and then get him out of there. It's not that he's a bad quarterback. It's just that offensive line last year was horrendous.
Not to mention every
Horrendous.
wide receiver was injured at some point
Yeah.
during that game. Tank Dell has, I mean, that Tank Dell injury, that was the scariest moment. That was a scary moment.
Yeah.
And he looks like he should be back this year.
I mean,
I think CJ Stroud's going to be fine.
I get to talk though. We've even talked about some on the morning show. How are they just trying to get rid of him, and that's why they're depleting the offensive line to have a good reason to trade him and move on. But I don't see why they would. I agree with your initial take, Adam. I think Jacksonville might have a quarterback issue with Trevor Lawrence. He came in the league under Peterson hot.
Dylan's getting hot. He took his glasses
I
off.
know. Well, look, under Peterson, that rookie year, he came in hot. He hasn't been hot.
Well, I mean, Trevor finished last year better than your Prince quarterback did.
Well, my quarterback won a playoff game.
Wow.
And is on the cover of Madden this year. Where's your quarterback at? Ranked number whatever. I mean, dude, Trevor Lawrence, people questioned when they gave him that big contract. That's not a good thing when they're questioning, why did you give him such a big contract? I mean, I think he's on the hot seat to a degree. I don't think they'll move on from him, but I think he'll be in the hot seat in terms of they're going to start looking a year or two down the pipeline in the collegiate level for his replacement.
I mean, did you see how Trevor Lawrence played the last 5-6 games of the regular season? He was on fire. Not just throwing, but running the football. And that was against, I mean, we put up 34 points on Denver's defense. Nobody did
I mean,
that.
if you're
last
happy
year.
with mediocre shit, then that's what you got.
I mean, and you just got rid of his best friend and weapon in the
Well,
off.
we put in a 4 Travis at the end, but that's either near or there. I mean,
They do have a good offensive line. That's one thing Jacksonville did have was a good offensive line, but he still threw some really bad interceptions during the regular season. I think he's the closest thing to being on the hot seat. Coaching wise, I don't think I have a coach for the South that I could easily say
I mean,
right now.
maybe
is on the hot
Shane Steichen, but he'd be employed in 5 minutes if somebody fired him.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what everyone said about that guy that left Pittsburgh. He'd be hired in 5 minutes. No one wanted his shitty ass.
well, that's because he also said he wanted to take a year off from coaching. But yeah,
But everyone said, "Oh, he'd be hired in 5 minutes."
if he wanted it,
No one wanted him.
I don't know. I mean, you got some new coaches in the AFC South, so
I mean,
I'm
Tennessee's
just saying, Ken. You know, like everyone always like, "Oh, Tom will have a job in 5 minutes once he gets out of Pittsburgh."
I mean, you usually get at least 3 years. And are there any coaches with more than 3 years of tenure in the AFC South right now?
Shane Steichen might have. Shane Steichen's on like year 4, I think.
I mean, Ryan's is on year 4.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryan's on year 4, Liam Cohen's year 2, and Salah just got to Nashville.
I don't know if any of those guys are necessarily in the hot seat, but yeah, I could see. You know, once again, we're keying on quarterbacks. Maybe that might be even the wrong position to key on player-wise. But yeah,
NFC South.
I think
Baker
Mayfield.
And you know what?
I could have jinxed you right there.
I don't know. For
I think
Baker,
you're right.
like Baker said, he'll play in the franchise tag, which will still be like $50 million. I think though, I like Baker too much to say he's on the hot seat, but because you know what, I think they'll get a contract done. I think he just wanted more years than they wanted to give him, because he said last year, I don't care about the money as much. I've got money. He just wants stability, right? I think he really likes being in Tampa, and Tampa really likes him. It's symbiotic. It's hard not to like Baker. I think
Well,
Todd
the
Bowles is
attitude,
more.
the energy, Ken, the attitude, everything's good
Yeah.
about Baker.
I mean, I think it's more of Todd Bowles who's on the hot seat, maybe more than Baker.
I mean, we're going to see what Baker does without Michael Evans this year. It's going to be Is Ibuka ready to step up? Is he? What else did the Chris Godwin? Who else they got?
Kate Otten. I love Kate Otten's like
Jalen
underrated.
McMillan.
Kate Otten has to be one of the more underrated tight ends in this league.
He's one of Baker's favorite targets.
Yeah, and the kid just takes a licking and keeps on kicking. Man, the guy just gets up from everything and goes.
AFC West.
AFC West. Well, what about what? Oh, okay, now we're going out to the West. AFC West. Not Harbaugh. He's safe.
I
I
want
think
Andy
it's gotta
Reid.
be. I think it's got to be Bo Nix because Andy Reid and Mahomes have already won the Super Bowl. Harbaugh and Herbert.
I don't think any of the
Bo Nix is going to have the weight of the world on him, especially
not a
with
rookie
Denver's
deal.
first 6 games this
He's
year.
on a rookie deal now. Maybe okay. Like real quick, I don't think any of the head coaches are necessarily on a hot seat there. But Bo Nix is on a rookie deal, so the only hot seat he's on is whether he gets an extension 2 years out or if they're going to pick up his 5th-year option by end of May. So, is he on the hot seat? He's still going to be there next year regardless. When I think of the hot seat, I think of a guy that they're going to like get rid of at the end of the year. Bo Nix, they're not getting rid of him. He's got one more guaranteed year after this on his contract.
I don't know. Bo Nix has already got 2 ankle surgeries, one in Oregon, one with the Broncos.
Dylan, they're paying him his full contract next year regardless. It's fully guaranteed next year. So he will be on that roster one way or the other.
I'm not saying, and what I mean by hot seat, I don't mean the Broncos are going to get rid of him. I mean, he's got a lot of pressure. Bo Nix got a lot of pressure. Those Bronco
You
fans.
can't be changing the hot seat in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hot seat has always been the guy that we think is going to be on the way out.
Okay. NFC West.
Well, hold on. AFC West. Let's finish the West. I think the Chargers have a quarterback who might be on the hot seat.
Yeah, and he might end up.
Yeah, but they like looking at his wife, girlfriend, whatever she is.
And you know what? Justin Herbert will go a lot further in the playoffs than your sorry quarterback will, Adam.
Because you've heard some noise about Herbert, and there being some unhappiness in San Diego.
My quarterback has a Super Bowl. I don't know what Herbert has.
He doesn't have one.
A hootie tootie.
But no, I mean we've heard some noise about Herbert over the last couple of years. So I don't know if Harbaugh would want to move off from him, but I think he'd be the closest thing. All right, now we can go to the NFC West.
Bobby Brister has more Super Bowls than Philip or whatever that guy's name is you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'll give you that.
Kenny Pickett has a Super Bowl ring
in Philadelphia.
Still got the ring.
You said love better than my quarterback, and I just went with quarterbacks that have rings that are way better than Justin Herbert, who hasn't won a playoff game.
I know a couple Bears quarterbacks that have more rings than Aaron Rodgers. Jim McMahon has 2, and Mike Tomczak has 2.
Mike Tomczak, the great Pittsburgh Steeler. Who'd Bobby Brister back up to get his ring?
But now where are we at the NFC West? Who's on the hot seat, Adam?
Who'd Bobby Brister back up to get his ring?
What, Zach? Or
Dylan, are you cheating right now? Are you typing it in the computer?
While he's researching that, Adam, who do you think's the hot seat of the NFC West?
That West is gonna be a wild shootout, I think.
I'm gonna pick. I don't know. I'm not gonna pick anybody from Arizona.
We're AFC West still, Dylan.
NFC West.
NFC West. That's Arizona.
Oh.
Kyle Shanahan, only because he's been to 2 Super Bowls and lost both of them.
Yeah, you got to put Cal Shanahan back on that hot seat. You really do.
Yeah, it's the only guy you can really. I mean, could LaFleur be one and done? Could both LaFleurs be unemployed by the end of the year? Yeah. I mean, we've seen coaches go one and done.
I
But
mean,
I
if
agree.
we're going to talk about a hot seat, if Sean
Yeah.
McVay does not make the Super Bowl with that lineup, do you put him on the hot seat?
No.
He's too soon removed from a Super Bowl ring, so no.
I think Sean McVay might retire.
No. McVay's not ready to retire yet. He doesn't. I don't think he shows none of those. Look, at McVay is still innovating. So he still innovates. So to me, you look at Tomlin. The last 5 years of his career was just the same shit every year. The innovation was gone. But you look at McVay. Does he still innovate offensively? Yeah, he does. He still comes out with some crazy different looks and stuff. So he's still innovating. He's not in that I'm getting wore down phase yet. That dude's got another 10 years in him. He's the head coach.
But what if?
All right, let's go.
I think it's Kyle Shanahan.
Let's go to the AFC East.
Josh Allen, only because the Bills have a new head coach, and Josh Allen's not been to the biggest game in the history of Western civilization.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
I think Mike Vrabel's really got to succeed after the offseason he's had.
I'm gonna go with the Jets.
He succeeded, all right, but I'm talking about now he's got to show that that's behind him, and I don't know if they're still dating or talking or whatever. I have no idea. I don't keep up with Mike Vrabel, but this could turn into the hot seat if he has a bad year.
I'm brain farting the head coach of the New York Jets.
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn's in the hot seat this year. If year 2 is no better than year 1, he's gone.
Let's see. How many passes did the Jets intercept in 2025?
0.
6.
0.
They had no interceptions last year. None. And he's a defensive-minded head coach.
Especially for Aaron Glenn being a quarterback.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got a defensive-minded head coach, and you had 0 picks last year. If their defense is shit this year and they are a shit team, which it looks like they're going to be, I think he just gets fired. And of course, the last division we got. This is the interesting
NFC
one.
East.
NFC East.
Dan Quinn. From NFC Championship game to
Jaden Daniels got hurt. They had a lot of injuries.
You know what? I kind of agree with that. So I think that NFC Championship run was a flash in the pan. They caught lightning in a bottle and ran with it, and then they did a complete overhaul to kind of keep that team.
Yeah, after they went to the NFC Championship game, they got rid of everyone.
Yeah, because they're all on 1-year contracts. It was a scrappy team that wasn't supposed to do much, and it did a lot more than they thought it would. You're going to hear about what's his name in Philly being on the hot seat. He's always on the hot seat.
Nick Sirianni.
He's on the hot seat every year for whatever reason.
Them Eagle fans are brutal, man. Them Eagle fans are brutal.
I mean, when you're walking off the field like this to your own fans,
deep down, they love it. We're talking about Philadelphia fans. They love it. They love it. They don't give a shit. They're like, yeah, they're fucking flipping us off. Yeah. And they're probably flipping them off right back to it.
But I think Dan Quinn's my knee-jerk reaction. And to a large extent, Jaden Daniels. Because if he's unhealthy this year again, now it's a problem.
Number 5. More worried about his jersey.
Dude, that whole thing with him sending the cease and desist. Did you hear about that? What he did with LSU?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Dylan, did you hear about that?
Yeah, because
they gave his jersey number.
Sam Levin's going to wear his number 5 this year.
Right, and The kid was promised it when they recruited him. They haven't retired the number. So you can't use my name or likeness in anything. Just act like I never played there. So then someone did a meme, said Donovan McNabb has sent the Commanders a cease and desist because with him because Daniels is wearing his old jersey number. Dude, like you came off a shit year last year. You didn't win a national championship at LSU. You came off a shit year last year with injuries, and you think you're good enough to tell LSU that? I mean, I'm sorry. I think there are going to be people gunning for him this year. Like, people are going to be trying to injure Jaden Daniels this year because of that shit.
Well, I
Well,
think
you know, Shedeur Sanders really ruined that. Okay.
At least
by
Shedeur
having his
Sanders
number-
has jersey retired
Right. That's who ruined it.
because his dad
Like if
retired
any number
before
should
him.
be retired in Colorado, it should be the slash. Cordell Stewart
for the
Or
Hail
Rashawn
Mary,
Salam. There you go.
or Shalom, yes.
rest in peace.
But Cordell Stewart had a great year and great
Yes,
4
I-
years in Colorado.
But come on, let's face it. Everyone knows that Shaduki got his jersey retired because his dad retired.
We know that, but
Oh.
it shouldn't have happened.
I know. But I think Jaden Daniels, I think the Commanders they're in for a rough season.
I don't think you're crazy, gentlemen.
Well, it is overreaction week, so, we're allowed to go. It'd be crazy.
Oh,
Wait till
Oh,
overreaction.
holy-
Wait till this Monday. Overreaction Monday is going to be huge this week. I guarantee it.
Oh, by the way, I'm in a draft right now.
Jesus Mikey.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, you do. You're drafting a fucking multi-million-dollar moneymaker ball right now.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I wanted to do an hour. We got about 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
We good?
I've got a question.
Well, ask
Wow,
it.
hurry
I'm
up.
gonna pick a city, and you give me a rating 1 to 5 of how interested you'd be in living there.
What
Eh,
does this have to do with sports?
okay, never mind. I've got one for you. I've got one for you. What is the worst MLB ballpark right now outside Tropicana Field?
Outside of the Trop, U.S. Cellular Field because it's home of the Chicago White Sox. Next question. Like I did that.
There is not a lot of bad baseball fields.
No, the
stadiums
Cell is
right now.
pretty shitty because it's the
also
home of the
one of the-
Chicago White Sox.
Yeah. I've never been there, so I don't know. I've ridden by it a couple times, but I've never been there, so it's hard for me to judge because if I haven't been there, like
The only stadium I know that when it was getting built had bullet holes put in it by the local community.
like Yankee 2, that was awful. The walking through the concession stands, it was probably about 20 feet wide. It was like fucking sardines in there. And they sell out every game at like 43,000 people.
I got to go see
And-
the Bo Sox play the Yankees there a couple years ago.
And Yankee Stadium sucks too because if you buy an outfield ticket, you can't tour the whole stadium. You got to stay in the outfield. It's kind of bullshit.
Didn't the Yankees spend like $1.5 billion on that stadium?
The new one, Yankee 3.
By the way, where did the Yankees play when the OG Yankee Stadium was being rebuilt in the 70s? Shea.
I was going to say, they're playing Shea.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, hey,
Right.
don't forget tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 for you East Coasters. Myself and Joe will be doing the morning show. Ken and Joe in the morning. And then tomorrow night at 8:30 Central, that's 9:30 for you East Coasters on this very network. We'll be doing the NFL Roundtable with JB and myself and a few of the other guys from over. Jamie Malloy should probably be there, and a couple other folks. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night. And of course, we're every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 on the East for Ken and Joe in the morning. Next week, though, however, I will be gone for all of next week if things go like they're supposed to. We'll talk offline on that, but I'm having I'll just be out for about a week. Put it that way. I'll be out for a week. I'll tell you offline.
Yeah, tell us off air what's going on there, Ken.
Nothing.
All right. So you can find me basically every day now on the Driving to the Top channel at some point. You can get me there, obviously. You can also get me at Sports Talking It on Twitter, and that's probably where you'll get me the most.
Yeah, and you can get me right there on X. And you can get
side,
Adam.
Ken. Other side, Ken.
There you can get Adam right there.
Nope, other side. That's Dylan.
No, it's not on my screen. And you can get Dylan. I can't get to Dylan's, but those are over in the corner on the left over there.
On my screen, Ken, you are right below.
Oh, okay.
You're right there. You're right in the middle.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. There. Oh, now you moved it. All right, for Dylan, below, right there, you can get him at that Twitter account.
And Dylan's gonna close us out and take us home for Open Sports Mike.
Wait, as John Denver would say, "Take me home, country road, take me home." And I'm in and coming to a best ball draft near you, Dylan of Sports One, Big D, Dylan's History of Sports, and you know what? I love you guys. You let me have fun.
That's what we do.
You let me have fun.
Are we logged? Are we done?
Oh, sorry.